Poor man's quick track. Come on, identify yourself here. Oh shoot! Hey, check this out, man. I got the Strat ready. I got the acoustic part going. Got the 5-string banjo laid out. People don't read the description for my videos, you know. I mean, like, you know, I'm in modern day Rodney Dangerfield. Hey, chat blowing up here. Yo, what's happening, dude? Yo, where the gay? The Diddy song. Oh man, I ain't gonna bitch Diddy, man. You know, I'm gonna try and stay out that stuff. You know, no. I mean, I'll say this: there's no substitute for respect. There's just no substitute for respect, and you can take your comments right there and read them, and turn yourself inside to yourself inside and say, now I'm that man right there. What would I think if I read it? And see if you're going to come up with the same idea that you had in mind when you wrote it. I mean, I think you see that there's always an alternative to an individual's thought in terms of what is thought of the word said. There are going to be 3 or 4 different ways of looking at it, because, you know, especially when it comes to a dollar, because everybody's wanting a part of that dollar for their own stake. That's what's going on in the government. Now, were you around for what I just did? This is what I just took this first. Let's see how long have I been at this? A little over 5 minutes. So I spent the better part of 4 minutes doing this. Now, what did I do? I laid down a bed on December 11th, 1949. A group of what then were, young to early middle age men into a studio on contract with Columbia Records. Oh no, wait a minute. This was with Mercury. I'm sorry. This was the last one of the Mercury deals. Pretty sure. I made a mistake. Wow. I'm sorry. But see, that's how the internet is, down to even where you get your news. If it's not FCC controlled, it can be bogus. But they recorded for Mercury, Foggy Mountain Breakdown, Pike County Breakdown, uh, several Banjo songs, but Foggy Mountain Breakdown was recorded December 11th, 1949. Regardless of what label it came out on or who they were paid by, it was BMI was the licensing agency. I can tell you that. Earl Scruggs' wife, banjo player Earl Scruggs' wife, she was the business person. She was the booking agent, and she booked all of their shows. I mean, they performed around here back in the 1950s when that was the primary income for a band of that sort. And they had to get out and work. And they had the contract with Pet Mill or Martha White Flower. There was a band called Hot Rise, and they had a bus that looked like a bag of Martha White flour. Martha White got all over about it or something. Seems like something about that. Wow. That thing just sounds terrible. It just sounds terrible. But at least on the right side, I can tell what the digit 1 and the digits 7 are. But other than 1 and 7, man, I am just flat doggone. Yeah, it looks like it might be 2 there now. Hey, brother, appreciate you stopping in, sister. Well, let's just say dude. Now they left. Or either the one that was here was left and you stayed. Regardless, thanks. Okay, most people don't read descriptions when they come in here. So let me give you a rundown of what we got going on. You have your choice. Fender Hendrix Stratocaster, Martin D10E, Sapelli guitar, and Gibson 5-string banjo. And I can play them one at a time or 2 at a time if you give me time to take one of them and put it on a looper pedal. How about that? I mean, you seen that anywhere on the internet? And I have personality. I mean, don't I look like someone that you'd be glad don't live beside you? Well, gone they left. Well, I guess I'm just going to play banjo. I can't seem to generate no popularity contest going on out here. 2 more come in the door. Every time 2 leave, 2 come in. I don't know what's, I'm having flashbacks to the 70s. That's good times. I wish I remember more about it. That's just the way it is. It was something else. Y'all remember Jimmy Carter? And that man, he cared about the people. He's One president I've seen that's got out here, it showed that he actually cared about us and cared about the people of the world. And I thought he should have been honored a little bit more than what our current president honored him. He don't lower his flag. No president, no one, unless he says to lower. It would have been like he was capitulating to Joe Biden by lowering the flag. It would have been looked at as a sign of weakness. I mean, give me a break. We're stronger together than we are apart. And even but and I have seen that the segment of the population that has been homeless, it's grown and it will continue to grow. I've watched our middle class shrink. I've watched people who, you know, I watched America die pretty much. I watched the dream die because it reached its apex. And as soon as the Republicans got in the 80s, I seen this coming. That we headed toward sort of a monarchy slash autocracy slash, heavy on religious policy. I haven't seen the doggone forgiveness side of it yet. I still have hopes. You can't say that you've forgiven someone when you keep talking about what it is they have done. I just don't think that is a component of forgiveness. Forgiveness, and I will repeat that, forgiveness is not saying I forgive you, or forgiveness is asking for forgiveness. Now, what does it mean to ask for forgiveness? Because Donald Trump would like to know what is on the face of this earth that he could have done that would be a reason to ask Jesus for forgiveness. Now he is the quasi head of this our new slash theocracy, monarchy, autocracy. 1.0. How about Foggy Mountain Breakdown? That was real doggone. It carried on down the road speed. I'm talking about, the roads back when this was written, December, and it was recorded December 11, 1949. And Earl Scruggs, he never recorded it this fast again. All the rest of the time he recorded, he was one. Scruggs' style became more about finesse was like Ralph Stanley and grabbing notes, and that's the thing. I have to admit that there was a smoothness to Scruggs, and that's what he was going for, and that's why he slowed Foggy Mountain Breakdown down. But what grabbed me about Foggy Mountain Breakdown was the raw, unadulterated rawness of that 5-string banjo. I mean, it's just pure raw energy emulated from the instrument on that recording. And they recorded back then in what I call dry rooms. There's very little reflected sound. And they recorded as a band, and they'd have many mics, several, at least two microphones set up to where they could capture points from it. That's something else. I've, I've never heard it played by anyone that, that closely matches the tone that emulates from that recording. And you should go check out that recording. Anybody out there? Nope. That means I can end this podcast. Well, it was fun, folks. Maybe you'll see us on a replay.